Previously on Listen and Spill.
Listen to understand. Yeah, a man is provide and protect. If now, let's not get carried away with living in a westernized part of the world where you've got UC and you've got all of these things to help you to make you disillusioned at why we need each other. Once again, I remember I mentioned you've got a maternal state, so that you're needed to love and nurture what? Something, kids, not pets, kids. So provide and protect. For who? That same woman and kids. So this, but the man, he can try again 1,000 times. A man can have 9 kids, and then on the 10th woman, she can't see the kids. We could try again. You've got a body clock. You can only try this a couple times.
Yeah, but that doesn't... You literally just said that men have a duty to provide and protect, yeah?
The what? But they don't...
But then if they're failing, they're procreating and failing to provide and protect.
But you're allowing them to.
Then they're just failing.
But you're allowing them to. A man can have that.
But then a man should have the honour within.
No.
Sarah, I'm going to go one further and tell you, back to my point. Women, please, know how to discern. You need to be very careful with who you choose to accept as your one, because whether you like it or not, men are gonna hunt. Men are gonna hunt whether you like it or not.
To be honest
I've got
with you,
as many chances as I want,
and that's fine. But
you do not have the same.
Scientifically, we need to actually write that stigma out. Yeah.
No, we don't. Stop being baby mums.
No, it's not even. Listen.
Stop being baby mums.
You stop make women baby mums.
But we're not losing from it. You're the ones complaining. So if you want change, change.
I'm not even talking about that right now. We're talking about baby mothers and baby. I'm not talking about uplifting men, because the men are failing to provide and protect. So I'm uplifting the same man that has now made me a baby mother. Because
you made yourself a baby mother.
No,
I didn't. Because if he stuck to his duty, if he honoured his duty,
you're going mad. Do you even know what his duty is to uphold him to it? No, don't listen.
You said that.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you're the one that's giving away your
duty is to provide and protect.
Listen. You have to understand. That's my point.
And this is the thing, yeah, because people always say this. You made yourself a baby mother.
100%.
Fine. What if I was married, yeah, and the marriage failed, yeah?
Then you will have someone for you to fall back on. There's no support system of a baby mother. There is no support
some marriages,
system of a baby mother.
Marriages fail. Let's not bury our head in the sand.
Yeah.
No, we are the only ones that fall.
No.
Just the
but there's someone to hold you accountable.
Okay, because if the marriage fails and we are now single parents, that ex-wife now falls into the category as baby mother. She's not gonna go around saying,
no, she's
I'm
not.
an
She's
ex-wife.
an ex. Forget what she's gonna say.
A wife.
No, but it doesn't matter.
You are now a baby mother because you're single.
No, that's not.
The dating scene.
That's not the same.
Now you have to tell the person that's dating you, I used to be married.
No, it's not the same. Let me tell you the difference. Do you know the difference?
When they find out that you have a kid,
you're a baby mum.
Oh, do you know no. Stop there.
Without context.
Do you know the difference between an ex-wife and a baby mum? Are you all right? Listen,
there is a difference.
Slow down.
Society don't see it like that.
Society don't see it.
Everyone's moving a bit too triggered. Calm.
We're not triggered. We're not triggered.
Yeah.
I'm passionate.
Yeah. Just calm down. Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Just calm down. Listen,
you're a baby father.
A baby mum and an ex-wife are 2 different people.
No, we know this.
Yeah, all right, cool. So, but you, in your example, you put them as the same.
Yeah, because they
but
can
they're not.
become the
so
same.
if you know that, then they can't be put in the same bracket.
Yes, they can.
There's a lot of people that don't have our
let me tell you something.
Giving context to a part of to parts of the question. We're not giving context to the question itself.
And we're always going.
It seems like we're all being triggered and we're talking over each other. The reality is that
I'm trying to.
We're not actually answering the question here.
Because
we're taking parts of it to manipulate.
Yeah, because the question is,
because we're going to the far extreme of something not working.
The question is, why does society judge women with kids versus men with kids differently?
Nams, what do you reckon?
Huh?
So who's saying this? Because I'm not.
Well, apparently
everybody.
No, it's a thing, isn't it? It's a thing.
Come on, you know it's a thing. But you know it's a thing.
Even if you're not part of it, you've heard it through the grapevine.
Okay. It's like, for instance, For instance, can I say something? Listen, I can't be a crap mum. I cannot be a crap mum. No, I cannot be a shit mum. Hold on. I cannot be a shit mum. Society will drag me for filth.
No.
They say, well...
Are you saying that it's, if it was a dad, it would be...
It's different. It's almost normal. Let's be real. Let's be very real. Let's be very real. It's almost like it's normal. I'm not saying... Hold on. I'm not saying you guys...
Statistically speaking, you are right.
Right. I'm not saying you guys don't hold... Hold on.
If you look at it from a sociological perspective, bro, not from how you see me or the people that are around you that are actually dads. Generally speaking... Women do more for their kids than dads do. Hello. Statistically speaking, based on societal norm, go on statistics. If you look at any bit of research, if you look at research, generally speaking, go on Google.
If you come my friend group, the statistics are different.
Not your friend group. Society. Not your friend group. Society. If we go everything based on your friend group, then we're not going to have an overall view.
Thank you.
Yeah? On an overall view, more than likely, men leave their kids more than women do.
They do.
Now, there are factors that affect that.
They do.
Some women prevent dads from being dads.
100%.
But generally speaking, it's a common thing for men to leave their kids to go and have kids elsewhere.
They do.
It's the truth. You know enough people. All right, wait, hold on.
Hold on. Now you're changing.
It's one at a time. We're doing one at a time.
I'm combining.
Just listen and spill. One at a time, please.
No. You just said that men can procreate one place, leave that situation, and go and do that elsewhere.
1 minute.
Still standing by that. Still standing by that.
You said the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that.
So that's what he's trying to say is when you're in a conclusion.
You're making a mix now.
No, I'm not making a mix.
Perspective.
You're mixing truth with falsehood.
Not at all.
Thank you.
What I said was true. What you're saying is false.
And you need to understand this, is that you are an anomaly.
Not at all.
You are not a common man.
Thank you.
How you raise your kids
it's a fact.
and how you deal with your kids
I'm so
on a
glad
societal standpoint, it is not a common thing.
Yes, it is.
It's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
You and I both know it's not common.
It's not.
Stop that shit.
It's not.
But if you want to believe it is, good luck to you.
Good luck to you. No.
Hold on a minute.
Listen, no, but I need to just rule this. Hold on.
Tell me men do that. Stop playing games.
Hold on.
What is it that men don't do?
Wait a minute. As present as what he is.
I'm hearing a lot of
And we're judged for it more. That's the point here.
We're still judged for it more than men.
No, wait.
No,
hold on. 1 moment. I said
facts.
1 moment. 1 moment. No, it is a fact that if I was a crap mum to all of my children, I would be dragged in society. I would lose friends. Hold on. No. Use what please.
You need to be a bit more open-minded with this.
This is what I'm saying.
This is it.
My listen. I could put. I would.
It's based on what someone thinks, though, isn't it?
But it's not. No. Society.
Why am I in the society? Why am I not in the society?
1 moment. You lot are
saying I like it's attacked to you. It's not to you. I know what I personally do for my kids.
Wait, no,
I know what I personally do for my kids. I understand that what I do for my kids is not common.
Hold on. Chronic and Nams. Wait, can I just say something? Guys, there's a few separate conversations going on. It's not going to work.
You're one person.
It's not going to work. Hello?
There's 2 people. I'm 3 people.
Hello?
I'm not looking forward to editing this, by the way.
Guys, the separate conversations are not going to work. You, Chronic and Nams, you lot might think differently to what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is true.
In every situation, there's a scale, isn't it? I hear this. We can always go to the far extreme of these scales.
That's not a far extreme. What I said is not a far extreme.
There is. It is to say all or there's a lot. Yeah, I'm saying, and you don't know the lot is mad because already in this room, it's all right to say, all right, anyone who gives their perspective. All right, not you. All right, not you. Then who? Who is this ghost?
It's not a ghost. It's society
that we live in every day.
Society,
like, come on, let's be real. Let's be real and
numbers can be
let's just use our brain.
You could just have this on personal experiences and conversations with people.
Not in this room, we can't because he's a good dad. He's a good dad. I'm a good dad.
I need to ask.
Okay, cool.
Please do.
Go ahead, please.
I need to ask him this question. It's very important for me.
Please.
Do you honestly believe that majority of societies, dads, operate the way you do? I need to hear you. And I need to hear
obviously, everyone's...
No.
It's nams.
Chronic.
I'm sorry. Don't ask you. It's nams.
Pushing the narrative.
Do you honestly believe that the average man in society operates the way you do for your kids?
Thank you. End of. Let's move on to the next part.
Stop. No.
There's more to it.
Gone.
There is, but we've got to move on though.
Does the average man have the ability to?
Then why are you having kids?
No.
You're going mad.
That's the truth.
It's the truth. You don't have the ability to. Why are you having kids?
There's layers. What are you?
People have kids without choice.
If you cannot choice. No.
It's not. Did I say good dad or bad dad?
I know, but
I didn't say good. I didn't say bad. I said operate in the dad how you are.
I know, but they don't.
So majority of dads are not as present as you are.
Facts.
Please believe. If you believe majority of dads in society today are present in the way you are, then I'm going to sit there and say you haven't done research.
All right then.
I work in the field. I operate in the field of different work. I'm not pushing a narrative. It's not me that says it.
You are.
It's lived experiences, and in actual fact, it's my profession.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what I can tell you for free is that what you do is not the average dad.
It's not common.
Which is why I always look at you and I give you the respect that you
Everyone
deserve,
does,
even
100%.
if someone else doesn't.
100%.
I'm not sitting there saying you don't do the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that when you look at yourself, please don't think that yourself is a common thing.
All right, cool.
But if you want to look at it as a common thing,
stop there.
fine.
All right, now you said that.
I'll leave it
now
like
that
that.
you've said that, let's talk. Can we talk to the dad that's doing above and beyond? Yeah.
I don't.
No, wait. Just chill out. Just chill out. All right.
Hold on.
Wait.
But you said something
to the normal man, to the normal person.
To the normal person, yes.
Right. So you do think he's doing above and beyond?
I don't
know. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
I know, but that's not what you said. To the society. To the society. The normal person that you was just now talking about that he's doing more than, yeah? So now let's ask him, do you think you're doing more than your dad used to do? So wait. So do you think you're doing more than there's right? So wait. So it's not uncommon to you.
Yeah.
So wait. So now, if it's not uncommon to him, and people in his family that you've been set by example, but that's what's normal to us. It's not mad. Man even doing less. Like Uncle Dan is buying houses and whatever. So it's not about looking at the far extreme.
If life was based on your family and your perspective, I can get where you're coming from.
Look at the far
I can look at it because I study it, I work it, I do it. Every interview, every meeting.
You're studying the people
I'm not studying people at the bottom. We are all at the bottom. We are working class and lower class. If you look at the stratification system, you are lower class and you are working class. Working class. If you are on benefits or on some form of support, you are lower class or benefit. You are working class or lower class.
Allegedly. Do you know how much people's on benefit doing fraud? They're not on there, yeah? It's mad.
Your money does not determine your class.
It does. Your behavior does.
Qualification determines your class.
Your behavior
your family.
Your behavior does. Your behavior determines your class.
All right, guys.
It is shouting. Your frustration is more than shouting.
Your behavior determines your class, though.
Apologies.
Yeah.
So you can.
No. I'm not trying to be right. I'm not trying to be right. At this point, I'm just frustrated.
It's not about being right.
Talking about things based on how you see it, but look at it from a worldly perspective, not how you see it. The world is not revolves around how you see it. I can do it my way too. I can say how I see it.
From how you see it.
I'm not seeing that from how I see it.
All right, wait. We gotta reel it back in though.
You can all research stuff.
No, you can't. If you did,
you have
a different perspective. You wouldn't say
If you did, you wouldn't be saying this. You wouldn't just be talking about your family.
To get our own personal views and opinions.
It wasn't a personal question though.
I know, but
but we're talking about society.
I know.
So
You lot are making it more personal, if anything.
I said society.
So just tell us. You just.
We've answered this question.
I know, but hear what I'm saying. To talk about society.
Thoroughly.
Just talk about what society says and let's move on.
We have.
No, we're trying to move on.
We're
trying to move on.
We can move on.
It's not personal. It's a. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Next one says, go on.
Alright,
Take it
That's
away.
more involved. Yeah.
I can't talk for society.
What would you consider?
Neither can I.
We just was.
No, what I can do is highlight a fact based on societal research.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me explain, Sarah. What I can do is I can highlight based on what I've understood from the research, societal perspective. What I can't do is speak for society. Because what I do as a dad, what I do as a man is not a common thing based on the research. Simple as that. So I can't tell you what they do in their house. I can't tell you how they do things.
But society never asks me nothing. So if they're saying about what all dads are doing and society never asks me nothing, your research is wrong.
All right, we're moving on. Go on, says.
What would you consider a red flag versus a normal challenge when dating someone with children? Answer it if you have dated someone with children. This is more personal. See the difference between societal and personal? There is a difference. So what would you consider a red flag versus a normal challenge?
I'm not sure I use new gen wordsmith red flag.
Okay, so if you were dating someone and let's say anytime you wanted to meet up, I'm just throwing a hypothetical off the dome, by the way.
Warning signs.
Yeah, what would give you something ain't right? As opposed to, do you know what, that can happen because she's got kids.
You're basically trying to say we're a link up and she keeps flopping me.
Possibly.
Yeah. But that's understandable.
So that is then a normal challenge.
So you would see that as a normal challenge.
Not a red flag. Okay.
A red flag to you. Cool.
Red flag.
Red flag is that you're not looking after your youth.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you're always at and you're not looking after your youth. I'm like, what?
There you go. Yeah.
But you're always in the club.
And then what if her response was, my mum's got her.
But why you got her? Because you're you.
So to you, that's a red flag.
Yeah, red.
Cool. Whereas someone could be like, because I've seen recently on the socials, you know the trend, God forbid I something. So someone has said, oh, God forbid I have a village. So someone has said, why are you always out? Where's your child? And she's responded, God forbid I have a village.
Facts.
That I can't live my life and be out and socialise now that I've had this child. Do you get it?
You can go out, but I like women that take pride in being a mother. Not feeling like it's they have to.
What's always out to you though? What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What's always out?
Every weekend, every day, every time you're never with your youth.
But every weekend, come on, someone could work Monday to Friday. The baby father might have the kid, and then they're out.
Monday to Friday, so when are you being a mum?
Yeah, but you still go home to your children.
You work Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing your kids for the whole day.
Because they're in school. Even if you was at home, you wouldn't see them. No. It's all of that. Because I work Monday to Friday, and I am a mum.
Let me land.
Go on.
So when you get home in the evening, you're going to spend an hour or two with your kids before they go to bed. Correct?
More than that.
So
the kids are in school.
Thank you. So even if you was at home, you wouldn't see them anyway.
Red flags and normal challenges. Yeah.
They go to school for the whole day. You go work for the whole day. So that's your time away from the kids. In the evening, you spend a couple hours with the kids before they go to bed. Correct?
Yeah.
So
Which you would do if you was at home.
At school, I didn't understand why you said that because that was irrelevant.
No, but you said how you a mum if you're working Monday to Friday, but the kid's gonna be at school anyway.
See, because you miss it because you're not listening properly.
No, we listened.
I said you're not spending time with your kids because you're at work and they're in school.
Okay.
You're not spending time together, correct?
Because
So
Yeah.
listen to where I'm going with this now. Yeah. So the only time when you see them for a couple hours in the evening before they go to bed.
So the weekend.
Then that routine starts again from Monday to Friday. So on the weekend, that's your time to bond with your
spend
youth.
time.
But it's also time.
You want to go and be lit?
No, it's not even that.
No, because she said why not every weekend.
I agree.
No, I understand that, but you do have
for your children because Monday to Friday is not sufficient enough, and I'm a mum. Do you get what I'm saying? 100%. That's why I had to scale back the full-time working because I did not see my child. By the time I got home, I'm tired, I'm burnt out, I don't have the capacity. Yeah. So I went to part-time because I need to have a balance. I need to see my child grow, and I don't want her to feel like I'm not present. Because I am a single parent, I don't have the dad to pick up the slack.
Do you value what you're missing out on?
Of course,
she did. That's why she went part time. But
yeah.
But let me add to it. Yeah. Everyone's situation and circumstances are different.
Very different.
Some people need to have to go work full time because they've got bills and everything to pay because they're getting that help. That's why on the weekend, when you get that time to spend with your youths,
it can't just be outside all the time.
So can I ask a question? I'm not saying someone should be outside every weekend. Wait, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not saying obviously someone should be out every weekend. That's not what I'm saying. But you do have cases where, whether it's decided by a court or it's a mutual agreement, the kid does go on the weekend to their dad because that is when the dad sees the child. So if that is the case, what is...
That's a court order. That's a court order.
No, but I'm just saying, no, it happens though. So what's... she can't go out? It's not even a spanner, it's fact. I used to go...
You'll have a kids for 1 week and they'll have...
No, but I used to go to my dad's every weekend. That was a court order. Do you get what I mean? So these things
if it's a court order, that's different. You ain't arguing with that. Do you get what I'm saying? But if we're just talking about a normal setup...
Red flags is...
Do you know what I mean?
What's a red flag to you?
I hear you.
What's a red flag if you were dating someone with children or something you just consider as normal? A normal challenge, perhaps?
A red flag to me when dating someone with children, that's a bit mad. Because I've dated someone with children, but I haven't dated bare people with children. So
fair enough.
So I'd think, one, I got a couple. One, maybe how she, if it's someone with children, how does she speak on her ex-partner?
Okay.
The father of her children.
Okay.
That's a, like, obviously.
Elaborate with that one.
How does, well, the younger me wouldn't have cared. It wouldn't have been a red flag to me. You're even Bonnie and Clyde. You're just chatting shit with her, innit? Because you're just saying what you need to say to be, innit? But the older me now knows that how you speak about regardless of how it ended or not, but how you're trying to make me see that person is how, if we don't make it out, you're gonna try to make.
Yeah, I think it's very important. No facts. Yeah, I agree.
So your red flag, from my understanding, is however way she talks on him, you're gonna one day to
we agree, definitely.
Why are you telling me about? Because obviously someone exists, innit? Okay. There was a nice time, but you chose to talk about the bad time.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a red. You've already started. It's a red flag to me, innit?
I agree.
Because you're trying to make me think something that isn't true straight away. Like it could have been all bad at the end. It could have been.
I agree.
But there's an honour being disrespected here, innit? And therefore, I can see that no matter what this thing meant to you, now, because the youth's there. You're looking at the youth. You don't care about the honour of your youth when it looks back. He might have loved his dad, the shit out of his dad. Yeah. Doesn't know anything about today because you want to be and we want to be where it's mad.
And
I get that.
It's a common thing with
and that's the thing. I've never.
That's a big red flag.
It's true. I've never agreed in my own personal experience when men have tried to date me and they were like, "Oh, you got a child," and they want to find out the history. I've noticed men try to press. Yeah. They want to know too much, and I'm always very vague because it's not relevant. Just know that I am a single parent. He's not in the picture.
Why you're single is bare relevant.
No, thank you, exactly. But then let's not. You don't need to ask why I'm now single.
I need to know why still.
No, but
you're asking. You at the family wedding,
but this is the thing.
I need to.
That's an extreme.
But that's an extreme. But it's like the reason why I'm now a single.
It's his preference, though.
No, we agree with it's just what he just said then.
No, I'm saying, but we was cool with 5 extremes before. But I'm just saying,
No,
but what I'm trying to say is this, is this. Why you are single? If you go for a job, why do you think they need a character reference from your last job?
So it matters to you.
No, I'm saying it matters to working people class as well in society.
Yeah.
Who you was, because you can't be. Remember, a lot of people are self-proclaimed. You're gonna title yourself the best title in the shop, but the best person to ask is where you just left.
Really?
Then I would love to ask who their exes. Why did it?
No, but I'm not trying to be with their exes or them.
No, I would want to know what happened in their past relationships.
If it mattered to you,
unfortunately, we can't get character references from our exes. Unfortunately, it would be great. It would save a lot of time.
A lot of us. No, it is. There's a major difference, This is one thing where the blurred lines are. The blurred lines are someone who's actually trying to be with someone and someone who's just trying to be. That's where the blurred lines are. Because we don't need to have value in the beat. You just need to look good. But when as a man, who's going to provide and protect, and now you and your name, your family is all now going to be attached to my honour. This is what women need to understand. You're always attached to some man's honour, whether it be your dad's, whether it be... So when you're coming onto my honour now, it's something you didn't help to build. but you can pop down in a second. Yes, there are boundaries that are put in place. And the only people that don't like boundaries are people that benefit by there not being none. There shouldn't be no problem with you having to act right. There shouldn't be any. You saying, moving like there's turbulence, it means you want to act wrong. Or you've acted wrong in the past. And you know it's going to, not for me, red flag. You can't see the obvious. See, if what's to be understood isn't understood too quick for me, that's a mad red flag. Because there's a lack of accountability and you think you can mind games me into thinking you're fake. You're not, you're a big grown age. You know what you're doing.
My red flag would be to not be priority.
So if you were dating someone with children and you weren't the priority, and that's why you don't date women with children, and it's understood. It's understood.
Because for me, what I
I'll respect honesty.
If I'm not priority,
main account on the computer.
Yeah, I'm the main guy. I'm the main man in the house because from what I understand of this, is kids are a responsibility to me personally, and we're required to do the job, and I don't believe the job requires a thank you. It's part of what we are as men. Yeah. I can't speak for all men, but for men like myself,
that's
I must be.
Thank you still.
Well, some
them
say
statistics we've got to work with the reality. If that's the actual reality, and we're above the reality, I need a thank you.
From who?
From who? The kids?
Your baby mum? From who? Who's saying thank you? Do you think we get a pat on the back?
Let me give you.
Come on, man. We can't get pats on the back for doing what we're supposed to do.
Example of a thank you.
Carry on.
When I have an answer for you, I'm just gonna let my brother cover. Don't ever think you're spiritually high fiving like something happened just there. I'm gonna be good for you in a minute. Go on.
You're nuts.
My idea of a thank you would be something that comes at a time where maybe if you're giving a speech and you're reminding me of things that I did that I didn't even remember that I did. Because for what I understand of being a dad, from the people that I understand to be men, it's something that you do. It's not something that you require a thank you for.
Yeah.
We just do what
parents don't get a thank you.
Hold on. Whether you be
good
mum
parents.
or dad, that's up to you.
Yeah.
I might cry in a speech if my son told me stuff that I
get.
But
yeah,
I'm not expecting you to say. I'm not doing it to be thanked.
Okay.
So why I need to be a priority is because my role as a man is my role as a man. So when a woman prioritizes the kids more than me, that's when I'm going to sit there and say, you're not understanding this. I clean the house. I clean the house. I work.
When you buy your son
I drive them around.
When you buy your son training, does he have to say thank you?
Of course.
That thank you is different kind of thank you. I'm not talking about that kind of thank you. You know the ones there? Like, that, thank you is that like, you know them common courtesy ones.
Thank you
for
those trainers that are
taking me to football. Or thank you, but it's like it's manners. If you get what I mean. The thank you I'm talking about is the gratefulness. Thank you. I don't believe men operate with the thing where we're doing it for a purpose where we need to be grateful. I think more women do that.
No, I don't think
Whereas
so.
Men,
you know,
I think personally, women more need that gratification. Whereas men, we just do. Yeah. We don't ask why or how.
Even when we feel less
appreciated, we do.
Less appreciated.
You know,
I feel like
but in a
relationship for a single mom,
vibe, your natural thing
if you're a
is to
single
provide
mom, you
and
have to
protect.
play both
So
roles
you're gonna,
anyway.
It's your nature.
Okay, cool. If you want to say that, but even as a single mom, I'm not.
You don't get a pat on the back. We don't look for it. It's just you get on with it.
So okay, you're saying we can't play both roles, yeah? Fair enough. But then the same way the man doesn't look for gratification.
I think you can play. I think
no, we can't. I don't think we can.
On with
Nams, I think they can play both roles. I just don't think you can play it effectively.
Older flowers if you're doing someone else's job.
What, man and woman?
Oh yeah.
Wait, two different conversations.
I don't think it's effective.
The flooring and you're supposed to do the ceiling.
Absolutely, it would be nice.
And you done my job, like my job, whatever my job is. If you're doing someone else's job, you're older flowers.
I understand that. It would be nice.
Yeah. Even that would be nice. No, but that's safe. That's because there's an imbalance in the world of stuff. But that doesn't mean that's right or wrong.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It is wrong. It's blatant that it's wrong. But you shouldn't need to get the flowers because someone should be doing their half of the work. But once again, if we go back to what I was saying, if you made a poor choice, all right, now you play football, right?
Yeah.
Or you've got to wear two captains, you've got to pick a team. So now you're going to pick the best, who you know is the best footballer from last week, whatever, to have the best team.
Yeah.
Possible. It's even mad they have to do numbers. But so now when it comes to picking a partner for yourself, if you had that same eye and you was, but You didn't. Sometimes the same way you say that don't give someone gratitude when it's not needed, you can't be sorry for someone who's made a bad choice either, especially if the choice is repeated. Because a choice repeated becomes a mistake repeated becomes a choice. So the same way we can't be bigging up people, what I get from it, you know, some people, they'll come out to the police station and say, I didn't snitch. And I'll be like, you wasn't supposed to, you maniac. I'm not supposed to pick you up for not snitching. But that's the same point what you're trying to say is, well, if you're a good parent, you shouldn't be looking at ratings. But evolution, we've evolved into a time where now a normal dad isn't so normal anymore. So we have to be grateful for anything that we recognize as great.
No, we have to
whether that be a good son,
he was talking earlier.
And by the qualities, and not by the qualities that society says, because society don't have to be with them. You have to be with them. By the qualities that you recognize as great. Because all of this, someone else saying was great, and then someone standing in your face saying, you're not great with a piece of paper because, or going on to Google and talking about what, I'll say it as I see it, but we need to stop men telling women what women is and women telling men what men is. You've never lived a day as a man and you've never lived a day as a woman. But that doesn't mean
play your role.
That you can not like advise each other as human beings, but there's nothing I can tell you about being a woman, and there's too much people trying to tell someone what a real something is, and you've not even been a fake.
I agree.
I'll tell you why I feel like it's you lot are conflicted as well, because you get at a guy for not having peas, but then if he's trying to make peas, you tell him he's not spending enough time with his kids.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It's a common thing. It's a common thing that happens.
Because you won't date a broke guy because the guy's
not you specifically.
Yeah,
this is the generalization.
I know.
But really and truly, what he's saying is not an uncommon thing. It's
not an uncommon thing. But if I can go to work Monday to Friday and provide for my kids as a man that is not in my household, and you do not have the responsibility of looking after your child every day, which I'm not saying is you guys. That's the norm. You should have enough time to go and make some money for your children. I'm sorry.
It's considered a norm.
Let's be real.
If I make just as much money as you,
however much money you need to make to provide for your kids, that's it. Everyone's standard's going to be different. If you're making as much as me, that's fine. If to provide for the children, that's fine.
Whatever I need to provide.
That's fine.
A double income is better than
none.
Or one.
Let's kill the elephant in the room.
I am so.
Let's kill the elephant in the room.
It's better than one.
I think we've made life so much more difficult.
Doing this single.
We need to adjust to the way we're in. Women need to earn money. Men need to earn money.
It's hard.
We need to come back together. This idea of Ben just doing it. I'm not saying that it's not something that we won't do, but it's like
the guy's just got to do it.
Can we kill the elephant in the room though?
When it does come to providing,
not some,
you should.
A number, quite a few number. People think that.
They think that
which is sad.
You shouldn't put in together and build. They think, you gotta take care of me. You gotta do it. You're the man.
If you're talking about, you're talking about relationships, right?
50-50 though.
Let's kill the elephant in the room.
What's the
elephant? No, but let's kill the elephant, because when people keep talking about this whatless father or whatless mother not putting in, let's have it right. The problem starts when someone gets another partner. That's when the lack of providing comes into it.
It can be a factor. I'm not going to disagree. No, it is.
It can be.
But not for everyone. There's some men that just don't provide because they don't want to.
A lot of the cries I hear are...
It's not all the time though.
But let's have it right. A lot of the cries man hear from the gallem is, he's only coming to check me. Like if I don't give him my pum pum.
Oh.
But
I can't relate.
That's a common thing, though.
It is common.
If the man and the woman don't, let me put it in simpler terms. If the man and the woman don't make, remember, a woman controls the emotion of the house. So if she's still feeling you, she will make the house welcomable for you to go on. Cool. A lot of men are not seeing their kids because they can't get along with the BMs.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10 is the new relationship. Whether it's that's the elephant in the room it's not poor parents. It's poor relationships, and it's affecting the kids.
No,
the
I
dad
hear it.
loves the kid, the mum loves the kid, but the law just keeps it.
I think it's a factor, but I do believe there's a lot of men that just they don't provide because they don't want to.
Of course, there's going to be
that.
There's a lot. It's a choice for men. It's definitely a choice for men. It's not.
Let's have it right. One more point. One more point. Let's have it right. A lot of women are grooming pussy-os. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. What I mean by grooming pussy-os. Let's get this right. Let's get this 100.
I like the term though.
Yeah, no.
I mean, because again, I'm gonna call the men that want to be females pussy.
No. Let me.
But in the most respectful way.
Let me make you understand. Let me make you understand what I mean. Yeah. No, remember when I told you about the red flags of dissing the ex, but not saying accountability of what you've caused towards that. I mean, a lot of my brethren, since they got a girlfriend, that's when they turned moist. Yeah, and so what happens is a girl will be listen. Everyone can condition everyone. If you're around they say you are one of your 5 friends. Like if you check a butcher every day, even if you're not doing, you start to smell like meat.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm waiting for you after school for 1 hour to finish school, after I'm gonna smell like I've been here all day. So what happens is you get some guys, they get with a girl. The girl nurtures them, feeding them every day, opens every letter, every email, does all of the for love, out of love. But she's slightly grooming a pussy-o because now this guy cannot do nothing. Some women will encourage you to go out and do stuff, work or whatever, but some women encourage the opposite of that. Sit down, eat, watch EastEnders with them, Game of Thrones, all of these funny things. And then when they break up, now, she's pointing fingers, saying, look, this guy's a waste man. No, you groomed a pussy-o. You made him a pussy-o. All of these things, but it's beneficial to point.
I'll translate what he's saying to, let's say, African household.
Okay, cool,
You're not going mad. You got a fair point. Often what happens is that when you marry, let's say, an African woman, let's say him, for example, he's prime example. An African woman would want to fatten him up.
Feed him up.
As in, as he's standing there, his bicep is coming out of his shirt, his teeth is all whatever. Nah, you're doing too much. I need to load you with food, get you fat and whatever, lazy and whatever else, so that no one can watch.
There's a plan to it.
When you say grooming pussy, there's a plan.
No, but I'm not saying the food. I'm not just talking about the feeding. There's like the mentality as well.
No, I get where he's coming.
But the thing is, after that can work while they're together. But when they break up, that type of behaviour can't work now because it's gonna take this guy a long time to be able to, he's going to need a woman to function. Yeah. And not everybody leaves to another woman. So if this guy leaves by himself...
So dependent on you now.
Guys will be looking like, what happened to you?
Yeah, no. Guys are not even. They don't know. They're just used to that. But see, to the people she's pointing to, she's not putting that. She didn't even realise that to herself.
Here we are.
So a lot of the people that we're calling waste men, some people don't get it twisted. I'm not making an excuse for the bait waste man. We know, but I call him the far extreme because he shouldn't be a waste man.
Extreme.
No, but he shouldn't be a waste man. I can't be championing waste men like you understand, but. There are a lot of people are getting called waste man. By who though? Your baby mum. I'll get out of here, man. Of course you're a waste man to her. You're not with her. You wasn't a waste man when you was with her.
I hear it.
Yeah, so we've got to judge this thing properly, man.
Next
Stop
question,
chatting
guys.
over, man.
I'll put mine and say I'm just selfish. But yeah.
Okay.
No, but you know what?
I appreciate the honesty though. You have to appreciate the honesty. You have to.
I can't come home, my dinner's not ready, and I'm a provider and a protector.
I hear it.
No, of course not.
Because the kids. No.
No, I get that. I get that. Especially if you're
10 minutes, 10 minutes.
Especially if you're providing for my
next
household.
man's girl. That's the main point.
Right. Would you date someone with multiple baby mums, baby fathers? Would you date someone with? Do you know what? Let's do because the dating thing for you, date anyone. Would you be with someone? Would you? No, I'm trying rubbish.
It's the multiple that gets mad.
But would you be with someone who has multiple baby mums, baby fathers?
No. Okay. Be with that.
In a relationship.
It's mad. One can work.
Multiple.
No, but I'm just gonna say one. No, because as I said earlier, a mistake repeated is a choice.
Okay.
So anyone can make a mistake. No. Sometimes it takes you a long time to learn. We make mistakes, and listen, every kid is a blessing. It's not the kid that gives you the scar. It's the mum and the dad and the water under the bridge that gives you the real scar. It's not the kid. You understand? So you just got to know to yourself, one, there's still room for conditioning and programming to go on. Two, unprogrammable. Three, going mad, trying to program man. Out of it.
Okay, cool.
Out of it, like, you know what I mean? So
I think if you're asking me that question, I think that could only happen if I was really, really low.
Hey,
that's horrible.
That's a horrible.
You attract what you
are.
That's
so transparent, but it's so brutal. So you would only date someone with multiple baby fathers if you were
I've tried to process it with one. I'm trying to process it with one kid.
Damn.
And I've really struggled with one kid based on what I've told you from previous.
Cool.
When you say multiple, I must be at a really low point to accept that I'm gonna be with someone that's got multiple baby dads. It's like being at a low point accepting that you was a prostitute in Portugal and now you come here.
Listen,
like what?
It's
Of all the women in the world, why?
She's not prosy. She's not prosy that.
Whatever she was, I'm just like,
it is deep.
It all depends on the situation.
People don't care, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people don't care.
It's easy to say, you got 2 or 3 write-off, but
people don't care.
Not from a
I'm not a write-off, that's all I know.
And this is the thing, remember the conversation we had?
It could be workable.
No, but this, you said this to me in the past,
No.
But then,
you're saying
I feel like
making crack.
I must be because again, I'm going like, how many babies we talking about? 3? 4?
Like 3-4 kids.
Fuck, what, different dads?
3-4 kids.
Multiple starts from 2.
Multiple.
So then how we're talking?
Upwards
We're
of
talking
2.
2, 3?
Multiple baby fathers.
Okay.
Yeah, but how much kids?
No, but we're talking about kids.
It's not the myth. How much
We're talking about
partners?
kids.
You
said baby.
kids.
Yeah, baby fathers is
But
like a partner.
he said how many kids are we talking?
No.
Did you mean baby? Okay, baby fathers upwards of 2.
Yeah, mental.
So more than 1.
My stomach is hurting.
And what?
Yeah.
When we're chilling watching these dinners, any baby fathers is coming to check their youth.
Fucking
we don't know.
Mental.
And this is the thing.
And they don't come to pick up on the same day.
We don't know.
So what?
No, but 9 times out of 10,
you're right.
If you're about,
you're right.
Yeah,
Bill, you're right.
So let's have this 100, yeah?
That's true.
No, there's only 2 scenarios that it could possibly be. They're about or they're not about. So you can't just always go to the far extreme of they're about and they're checking in. Yeah, no, but the thing is, respectfully, they should be.
Because that's their
kids. Let's have this right. Trying to find this perfect girl, she's not perfect anyway, but she's got kids and there's no baby for. Why isn't she perfect? Because she's done fucked up. The reason she's not perfect is because nobody's perfect. Okay, let's start there. Yeah, no, but it's not let's get it off of her. No, it's big man thing. There's trolling and there's like, I'm just letting you know, nobody's perfect, innit? Yeah. There's no one woman you're gonna get and it's gonna be perfect. In the perfect scenario, you'd say, she's a virgin, she's got no experience in it, but even they still pop down. Because, you know what I mean? No.
Fuck, man. Yeah, my stomach is actually hurting just thinking about it.
Even they still pop down.
Because you know what it is? It's past, but it's one of them things where, like, imagine we're in the house and 3 different dads is coming to pick up the kids.
But I dated someone with multiple baby mothers and TikTok basically made me know that was the biggest mistake. That was a red flag. He was a walking red flag. He was a bat, like he was everything. Because I was like, and that's the thing, because I was basically going back with people like, hang on, I got people super close to me that have multiple baby fathers, and I think they're great parents. Like, I don't think they're red flags to me. No, I hear that, but I think they're great people, great mothers. I don't think they're write-offs. But society was saying, even as a baby father with multiple baby moms, he is a write-off. That I should have seen it coming, and you know who I'm talking about.
I get what society thinks, because you can't let someone govern you.
No, but I hear it.
It's mythical because everyone thinks.
No, it's true.
That's mental. So
I'm saying fun societal numbers and that.
We
never
was talking
nothing.
based on.
She's talking about TikTok.
I know, but society on TikTok.
No, but there is a society on TikTok.
Yeah,
there is a TikTok.
No, but he's going off
stats.
I was going off stats.
That's what he's saying.
He's writing the stats.
I'm not me. I don't know.
Knowing that fraud exists, you're telling me numbers.
They were going.
And writing.
The red flag. You disagreed.
I was like, huh? I did not see it as that. And this is the thing. But going, I disagreed wholeheartedly because I saw this as a great person. But going forward, would I date someone with multiple baby mothers? Absolutely not, because it's a lived experience now.
So you
not
wouldn't
doing
date
it.
me?
I wouldn't do it anymore.
Mad.
I wouldn't do it anymore. Would you date me, Chronic, with my one baby?
I might be to someone.
No, yeah, I was going back to what you were saying. Yeah, hold on, Sarah. Yeah, I was going back to what you were saying. It's not about being a write-off. Oh yeah, you're done. It's more about the guy. Like if you take a person like me, for example, I can't speak for most guys, but for myself, the first thing I'm thinking is there's two different dads. That's a bit crazy. The next thing I'm thinking is, where am I in the pecking order priority?
Because you're selfish.
Yeah,
I am. Because if I choose you, yeah, and I proper choose you, that means I'm dedicated and devoted to you.
But there's a lot of women that would make you.
Your dedication to me
a woman will
be conditional because you got two other youths, black.
But there's.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
No,
I don't know how I can handle that.
There's a woman that will make you a priority with her kids.
But there's women that they're so organised, yeah, and they can juggle this thing. There's women, yeah, and they're naturally submissive. When they see a man that provides and protects, they naturally want to.
There's nothing you're saying.
Of course they're going to want to, because they want a free ride. Everywhere. Where the price?
That's where I'm going.
No, but here's something. We are the provider and protector.
Right,
the provider and protector. No. Yeah, let's have this right. Man, the providers and the protectors. So where the prize?
We're gonna put a pin in this tonight. Do you want to come back to complete this?
There's gonna have to be a part 2 of this episode.
There's more of the episode, but we are going to put a pin in this tonight.
Guys, silence. Oh.
Yeah, no.
Silence. We need a pot with this.
Yeah. You're trying to get out of man's throat.
But yeah,
there's a part 2. It has to be.
We're gonna have to do this in a part 2.
So when I come back on the part 2, can I ask you that couple questions?
100%.
Absolutely.
I've got a fair question.
That's fine. We can have a whole episode for that.
There's trauma.
Have your questions.
I was getting into the get to. I wanted to talk bait.
No, listen.
You don't even want people to know your name.
One thing about me, I don't hide. I'm very listen.
She's been honest on camera. She's been honest on camera.
Yeah, I don't lie.
You ain't seen it?
You get it?
No, do you know what? Yeah.
I don't lie, but I'm not going to tell you everything.
No, but there has to be a part 2.
So withholding a form of lying?
People around me.
Withholding information, could that be seen as lying?
No.
Might be no.
What do you mean no?
You could call it lying.
Information is not lying.
If I ask you what happened, yeah, and you don't say the bait stuff.
Specific question where I have to now detail everything. You have to be very specific with your question, you know. Because if you ask me a vague question, I'm going to give you a vague answer.
No problem. I'll ask you a vague question. You
Ask
say
me
the
a
vague
direct,
thing, I'm gone.
and I'll give you a direct answer.
Are you dating guys in your tax bracket?
I'm not dating guys right now.
I'm not dating.
Hey, so when is the transfer window back open?
100%. It's not just my salary. It goes from one to the next.
Hey, what's that?
Anyway, guys.
Hey, so what? Are you dating shutters?
No, of course you need someone that is above.
No.
But are you singing along
Women
to squash?
date up, men date down. That's how it works.
Hey, don't be singing along to
real.
squash, but you're not dating shutters.
Who is that?
Women date. Think about it.
God,
Women date up, men date down. But anyways,
am I going so mad?
wait. Hello. Thank you for tuning in.
There to do part 2. Chronic, we're gonna get you back
Next week.
Gabs, we're gonna get you back.
Next week.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here.
We're going live. She's the real boss. You're just
One sec.
Yes.
Okay,
Again,
closing statement.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
100%.
The pat on the back that we deserve.
No, respectfully, it's nice. It's nice to be invited.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I've never been an arsehole.
No, part 2. No, we're gonna film part 2
but
definitely.
I'm just saying, innit? Like, no, I've already. Why did you want to be an arsehole? But no, I'm just saying. No. This is mad. Like. You just said I'm not even.
All right, no, we're on
that
the
means
outs.
Sometimes he isn't.
Sometimes.
Mind games.
But that's
right.
mad.
Thank you for
wait.
I'm trying to close up here.
That's
why
why I've clocked. You're trying to close the thing. No. I'm gonna let you close it. Wait a minute, because I'll start thinking of stuff. Closing and opening is mad.
Are we gonna wrap it up?
Hold on. It's very, 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 very good, and a pleasure of mine to be in the presence of my brethren.
Okay, nice.
We're not gonna pretend. My young G's mad. No, but I was saying we're not gonna pretend.
Call it what you want. I already spoke about you earlier. Today,
no problem. I wasn't here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've been noticing your online presence. You're doing well. You talk very well. You talk well. When I see that you're trying to talk for the man then from a good perspective. You're not too. You mean you give a
from an honest one.
Yeah. So I respect that, and it's that's how I know you. It's not far from your character. Safe.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Meeting you guys today
it means a lot.
You need working.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyways,
no, you're good. No. I'm saying, I may never see you again. You never know.
You are going to see us. We've got a part 2 to do
you're
it.
not God? You haven't spoke to God about
so
when
extreme.
I'm going. Yeah, or so when you're
extreme.
going.
When we talk about far extremes, this is it.
That's fine.
Thank you
Big
for
up
coming.
yourself.
Thank you for coming.
And you're workable. It can happen. No, I'm not just saying to me. I'm saying in the world of workables. Yeah. Watch out. You never disclose how much use you are. Yeah, but I know that the transfer window's closed for a second. Let man know when it's back open.
Oh no, go away. It's because I said I'm not dating, guys.
Yeah, for now, allegedly, bare things. Yeah, boom. Rasta. I hear you.
Summer.
Yeah? Summer's mad.
Selma. That's her name.
Selma.
But it's spring.
Selma.
That's her name.
Oh, Selma. That's a bit white.
Oh.
Anyway.
Right, no, we're out. Part 2's coming. It's a wrap.
You're
It's a
getting
wrap.
it.
Cut it. It's a wrap.
Yeah, but